All right. Good afternoon, Merlita. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you,
Okay,
Danielle.
great. We chatted a little bit about your experience. For the last, oh my goodness, several years, you have been an executive assistant.
Mhm.
So why don't we just go ahead and kind of work our way back? So it looks like what, about 7 years of supporting C-suite executives?
Mhm. 7
Okay.
plus years. Mhm.
All right. And so the company that you last worked at, why don't you just tell me a little bit about like what a day in the life looked like?
Yes, I work for Noom. Noom is a wellness and fitness app company. I supported 6 to 8 executives at one point. It was a very dynamic, fast company to work for. They're growing. I enjoyed supporting the executives, such as the chief medical officer, the chief product officer, chief operating officer, the president of our healthcare program. Um, and the day was, I started with checking all of the calendars, making sure there were no conflicts. During the day or the rest of the week, and just kind of just moving things around. So there was, a good schedule there for them. Um, Also did project management, such as coordinating an offsite retreat for about 70 plus people in our healthcare department. That was for Fort Lauderdale, and that was a success. Um, More on the daily, um, it was very heavy type of work. So all day it would be like scheduling internal and external meetings and deconflicting meetings, and creating meetings for possible
Travel.
partnership and clients and things. Yes, also travel, absolutely. Did some heavy travel as well, nationally. Um, so set all those up. And yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I felt like um, there was not much more growth capacity there. And so now I am searching for more challenges and more growth possibilities.
All right. And you were there for about how long for that position?
Almost 2 years. 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Mhm.
And then before that, what is it belay or how do you say that?
Belay. That was
Belay?
the company that I contracted with.
Okay.
So yeah, I had a total of, and then before that, I was with Duckett Lab,
Hmm.
which was a dental company, and uh, I assisted an entrepreneur there, an executive there as well.
Okay.
So that's
And
the
then,
executive assistant online
okay. And then
experience.
you were doing also special events at Noom.
Yes, special events, planning on-site luncheons, well, for guests and client meetings on site in New York, and also that planning those retreats for the our team, the healthcare team, our sales team, um, and things like that.
Okay. And then and you have your degree in
I have
computer.
an AS. I have an AS degree. Yes.
Mhm. Okay. Great. Let's see here. I've got your skills here. It looks like very computer savvy, if you will.
Yes.
See, MacBook, Windows. Looks like all of the Microsoft. And you mentioned something interesting at the beginning of our conversation that you were working on some AI technology on your own.
Yes, I am like researching, just the tools so that when I am an EA for the company, I am ready to assist with those tools such as Gamma for PowerPoint presentations, ChatGPT. I just love the whole AI product, and just self-teaching myself, and just getting familiarized with all of that. So when I do get the role, I'm ready to like utilize all of that.
Sure, absolutely. Um, can you tell me maybe about a time where you struggled like a little bit maybe with scheduling? So if you're supporting multiple
Mhm.
executives, like how do you organize your day? How do you plan like what comes first?
It would be like whatever was the most urgent and had the most highest priority I would pick first. And it was like between two executives and they were, they had conflicts. It would come down to basically like communicating with them each and to see which one could go on another date instead, just really basically telling them, letting them know what was the situation. Is it possible if, you could do this meeting, and then offer up other options for both of them. And yeah, just I would have clear communication and options, other dates and times for meetings, so that one of them, if there was a conflict with both, one of them um, would move to another date to accommodate
Okay.
that particular date.
All right. And then when you're thinking about like organizing yourself, like how
Mhm.
do you keep your, I know like how I do
Mhm.
it, like I'm a little
Yeah.
old school, like, I make lots of notes
Oh.
and stuff.
Mhm.
Like what do you like to do to keep yourself organized?
I utilize traditional like yourself, as well as, like Trello, which is a um, organization management app.
Mhm.
It's like the Kanban style. So it's a very visual thing, where you could put, like, projects on there and just have a, visualization of what's coming up next and things like that. But I also use like, like a clipboard.
Mhm.
And I basically, with my, 6, 7 executives, I would put two on each clip. I did this. Two on each clipboard, and put the to-dos on each one of them and check them off so that I would make sure nothing fell through. And I did that, and that worked perfectly. And I also did the Trello. I mean, a combination of both, I think, helped me a lot.
Sure. How do you learn best? Like if you're stepping into a new position,
Mhm.
what's your learning style?
Learning style would be, I would love that, if there was an onboarding like checklist, that would be great. But if not, executive assistants in this role, you get thrown in a lot, and
Yeah.
you just know how to swim. And that's how
Mhm.
I've always learned. That's my environment. Learning to swim, and get on the ground running, and living in the chaos.
Sure.
And that's our world, and that's how I was brought up in this
Absolutely. I
role.
can relate.
Yes,
That's the way
but
I
it's fun,
thrive too.
challenging,
Um,
and
yeah,
you
I
learn a
think that
lot.
we're having a little bit of internet. It's going in and out. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview. But don't go anywhere because we got a few more things to chat about.
Okay.